This is actually a stone wall. I know it's white, but there's stone behind there, believe me. This water meter is connected to the wall, held up to the wall with this just decrepit bracket, and we need to fix that. So our goal here is to replace this junk with actually plastic wood, which is pretty bulletproof. And to do that, I have to drill into rock. Well, that's Spiker's tip. Come here, could you say hello? Yeah, when I'm working in the basement, they think it's time to play. And I'm like, I gotta get this thing hung on the wall again. It's been on the to-do list for a while, as you can tell. They do make you smile. If you have a dog, get a second dog. They're happier together. Are you happy? Yeah. We're gonna be using a corded hammer drill, and I think you should consider purchasing one. I'll have a link below to the one I use. You don't have to use the link, you can just go buy one. They're not that expensive. You're not gonna use it every day, but there's that time you're gonna need it, because not all battery, they're not always charged. They don't always have the torque you need, and sometimes a corded drill, you just need it and it works. It's not super heavy, but you know, the water main comes in down here. You don't want that to burst, would you? Because it's 60 PSI and you can't turn it off. This comes as a kit. Yeah, I'll link to it below. But this is an impact driver, so when you can't get screws out with your regular one, watch. Wow. Okay, that wasn't a great example, but these are great. So I need to get, that is just corroded to heck. And over here as well. Someone has come back. Hello, trusty assistant. Hello. Yeah, it's not time to eat. I have to work, okay? Her whole body moves when she wags her tail. Oh, wow. There we go. See, there is stone behind there. When I'm hammering and stuff, I now put on ear protection. Hello. Hello, beautiful. It just makes you smile. Okay, I gotta work, okay? Thank you. There's our stone. It was a piece of metal stud that they put in here, so I want to get rid of that. So my plan is plastic wood. This will go back here. And I don't know if you can tell, it's not flush because it's a stone wall. I think that'll work. So start thinking about where you're going to drill to attach your, for lack of a better word, object onto the wall. And see how there are kind of low points and high points here? So I'm thinking maybe right there, right here. These are called wedge anchors. I'll put on the back in a minute. They're called sleeve anchors or wedge anchors. They're the coolest things in the world. I love using these. I've hung, in my contracting days, so many TVs on brick or stone or cement walls for people, and 2 of these, and that TV isn't going anywhere. There's different lengths of them, and then they'll tell you on the back what size drill bit to use and how deep you have to drill to use this for the sleeve anchor to be effective. That's really important. So let's set this in and figure out where we're gonna drill. I think here and here. So I'm right there, right about there. This is a hammer drill bit. I get them, I like this kit. They're set so you could put them into an impact driver as well. We're going into our trusty corded hammer drill. I've had this hammer drill, I bet 18 years. And yeah, I've done a lot of jobs with this thing and paid the rent. Nice. Hey, beautiful. Remember where I put these? When you're running a hammer, any kind of drill, personal protection equipment, please. Okay? Save your ears, save your lungs. Put the nut on here like that. And then pull on it. That's in there. Yeah. As you push this in, this sleeve here, if you want to pull it back out, it starts to pull back, has these little knobs on it, and to this swollen end of the bolt and sticks itself in, because that's its job. Okay. Okay, so here's what's going on here. In the first hole I drilled, it didn't quite feel right. I thought I hit something weird. So I started to drill a second hole, and it ends up the second hole is hitting the old metal washer from the first install. And then I realized I hadn't turned the drill on hammer drill mode, so I switched to hammer drill mode and then went back to the first hole and went through the stone, and it was a beautiful thing. Look at that. Boom, done. Nice. Notice the threads start a little after the end of the piece of rod or the bolt. They make this so you can hammer the end of the thing. Put the nut on first, because if you start hammering, you could bung up those threads by accident. Nut and washer on first, then into here. If this doesn't want to go in, you can round this out some more with your regular rotary drill. So they're tightening up nicely. So we went from this to this. Nice, huh? Thank you to Spiker for her help. Here she comes. Her tail, I don't know if you can't see it, but her tail is like going a little crazy here. Hello, can I have a kiss? No kiss. Story of my life.